They're off this time. Adjudicator missed it about a length, and the same for the favourite Hunter House. Glen Rowan didn't get out very quickly. And our jock is the early leader, taken on and headed by Aracoola. A length away third is Sudden Hope, followed by Routine Blue. Look for a Star is going to be pratted out pretty wide. Then Turnpike, followed closely by In His Prime Hunter House. Going through nearer to the inside from Bernardo, Adjudicator, Lovedale and Glen Rowan. Down to the 600 they travel, and here the leader is now Aracoola, clearly. 3/4 our jock. Routine Blue around Sudden Hope, and then Hunter House, followed on the outside of it by Look for a Star. And then comes at the head of the others Turnpike, In His Prime. Adjudicators over on the inside from Glen Rowan. And the last pair, Lovedale and Bernardo, straightening up now. Aracoola's in front, a half length on Sudden Hope. Our jock is under the whip, then Routine Blue. Look for a Star's on the extreme outside. Adjudicators made ground. And then comes at the head of the others In His Prime. Hunter House not having a lot of luck getting a clear run, but Look for a Star. It hits the front on the outside. The only danger's In His Prime, and is a big danger. In His Prime runs past Look for a Star and Sudden Hope, and In His Prime. In His Prime has beaten Look for a Star and Sudden Hope. Routine Blue next, and then Aracoola, Adjudicator, Glen Rowan, Hunter House, Lovedale, our jock, Turnpike, and Absolute in the field was Bernardo.
For In His Prime, 16.60, 4.40, 12 Look for a Star, 3.30, 6 Sudden Hope, 2.80.
In His Prime has scored, and In His Prime will pay $13.60 on the Wintote in New South Wales, and $4.10 for the place, number 4. Number 12 will be second. Look for a Star, just fleetingly looked the winner, but couldn't hold out In His Prime. Look for a Star has paid $3.40, and Sudden Hope, number 6, will be third, and has paid $3.10. Those numbers are official. 4, 12 and 6. The exotics will be coming up in just a matter of moments. The winner, namely In His Prime, is trained by Pat Quinn at Hawkesbury for BJ and Mrs. PJ McDonald. Mr. McDonald bred the gelding, who's by Shelford from Prime Block, a blockbuster mare. Lenny Beasley in the saddle, and has scored in 106.02 on this dead track. 106.02. Pembledon holds the class record. 103.53 the sectionals. The first 500 took 29.25, and the last 600 36.77. A neck by half a length with the margins. A neck by a half a length. Hunter House,
It'll be very hard to run down. Bit of confidence about Gold Ribbon.
Back and they broke in a fair line. Saddam didn't have any speed after the start and went back. And one of the best away here on the outside, Julius, came out running. Landed in front of Soraya, a length and a half further back, Ulrico, followed by Joffa Gem. Further back in the race, Trey Ray, Judge's Chamber. Then Saddam and 2 to Crash and Macaulay. Julius strode out to the first turn of the 850 and was out 3 lengths in front now from Soraya. On the inside of Ulrico, 2 further back, Joffa Gem fourth. 1 further back in the race, then came Judge's Chamber, a little deep around Trey Ray. 3/4 further back, Saddam back to the inside, and 2 lengths, Crash and Macaulay. Julius, the leader, taken on by Ulrico at the 550. They're 2.5 in front of Soraya, 1 Judge's Chamber. Then Trey Ray getting up on the inside, Saddam. Further back in the race, the centre, Joffa Gem, and last of all, Crash and Macaulay. Julius, the inside, and Ulrico coming up into the 300-metre mark. A length and a half in front now from Soraya. Judge's Chamber, but Ulrico strode to the front. Julius is gone, and it's Ulrico 2 in front of Soraya and Judge's Chamber when they turn. Then Joffa Gem and Saddam. Ulrico, the leader, Judge's Chamber on the outside, coming after it quickly. Soraya back in the middle, Judge's Chamber on the outside's got to Ulrico. Back in the centre, Soraya, Judge's Chamber in front. Crash and Macaulay with a late run, but Judge's Chamber. 3/4 Soraya, ahead away third, Ulrico. Close fourth, Crash and Macaulay. Then Joffa Gem, a gap in the race further back then. Pulling up pretty quickly there as Trey Ray. Saddam back second last, and Julius, after leading up, is last of all.
6 Judges Chamber, 5.40, 1.68 Soraya, $2, 1 Ulrico at 2.50.
Number 6 Judges Chamber, 5.30, 1.78 Soraya, 2.40, 1 El Richo, 2.40. Ian Rickson in the first, Canberra likes 4 Lillian Francis, 12 Gold Ribbon, and 9 Caribbean Lil.
Gold Coast on the first.
Okay, well, we'll get those Melbourne, New South Wales dividends for you shortly.
They're racing Jubilee Song jumped reasonably well. Actually, is a pretty fair line. Dyslexia's immediately dropped out to last, and Guns Ablaze on the inside as the early leader. 3/4 to a length on Del Nova. Jubilee Song to third. Athena's fourth, followed by Dyslexia moving up on the inside. Wider out is Transfer, very deep in fact from Mr. Guelo, and then Crown Duo. Second last on the inside is Splendwood and Night Driver's last. 600 left to run. Guns Ablaze a length Del Nova. Jubilee Song third, very wide out is Athena. Dyslexia at the inside, followed by Splendwood, and then comes Mr. Guelo. Transfers a million off the inside rail as they straighten up now. Guns Ablaze just leads Del Nova. Jubilee Song is starting to overhaul them on the outside, and then Dyslexia followed by Athena and Splendwood. Racing to the 200, Jubilee Song. Larry Cassidy's had to go for the whip, and Dyslexia got through the gap, one off the rails, and the grey hits the front and is looking pretty good. In fact, he accelerated. Away goes Dyslexia. Mr. Guelo from a mile back, but it's Dyslexia. Dyslexia from Mr. Guelo, a horse to follow. Del Nova's run third from Jubilee Song and Athena. Night Driver followed by Crown Duo, Transfer, and Guns Ablaze and Splendwood the last pair.
Number 4, Dyslexia to return on the Super Tab there. $3.80, $1.60. 6 Mr. Guelo, $2.20, and 7 Del Nova, $3.30.
160, winning well. 6 Mr. Guelo, eye-catching second, first up from a long spell, 210, and 7 Del Nova has paid $3.20. The winner, trained by Guy Walter. What a fabulous season Guy's having. And of course, a little later in the day, we'll see him turning out his champion Tie the Knot. Dyslexia is by Ken Mayer from Cryptic Verse, a 3-year-old grey colt, bred by Miss A.O. Raymond, raced by Mr. John Thompson, and ridden by Jimmy Cassidy. Number 4 is first. Number 6, Mr. Guelo, second. Hadn't sported silk for something like 14 months. A gelding by Dane Hill from St. Bridget's Well, trained by Tim Donnelly, ridden by Len Beasley. And 7 Del Nova, third by Delphinus from Pops, trained at Newcastle by Ron Fitzsimmons, ridden by Brian York. 4, 6 and 7. Exotics here, Quinella 13.70, Exacta 25.10, and the trifecta $246 neat. Well, the moment that Larry Cassidy called on Jubilee Song, the gelding raced up to join those on its inside with Dyslexia back fourth, and it looked as though Jubilee Song would go past those on its inside, but not in your Nelly. It fainted, and getting a clear run, a horse off the fence, Dyslexia shot through the gap, and even the way he accelerated about 120 to go indicates that he's well above average. But Mr. Guelo's run was a beauty. As Ronnie said, might have been just short of that run, first up for so long, and he's only gone under by a length, so he's certainly on the way back, that's for sure and certain. And Del Nova battled on well. Time for the 1,000 to here was 60.04. 60.04. Class record is 56.48. The sectionals were 24.58 and 35.46, and the margins 1 length by 1 length, a length by a length. Here it takes. Number 3 ran fourth, by the way, Jubilee Song for the record, and it was number 4, 350, 160, Dyslexia, 210 for number 6, Mr. Guelo, 320 for 7, Del Nova, Quinella, 13.70, Exacta, 25.10, and the trifecta, $246. That's the rundown after race 2, the Mowat.
They're off and running. Came away in a good line. May Shield quickly went back after the start, and Tyson's Isle first out here from Come to Water moving up. Sir Hummer just behind those, followed by Mount Arthur a length and a half further back. Oregon Star from Rocky Sunrise, Fasado the inside, and May Shell. At the winning post now, Tyson's Isle just in front. Led about a neck 2 on the outside, moving up. And second placing now has Come to Water, going out of the straight 2 then to Sir Hummer. Fourth outside at Mount Arthur, 2 to Oregon Star, 1 for Sade, 3/4 Rocky Sunrise, and 2 to Mayshell last of all. 1,500 out. On the side of the course they race now, and the leader down on the inside, Tyson's Isle, nearly a length in front of Come to Water, and Sir Hummer tucked away third. 3/4 Mount Arthur the grey fourth, a length and a half Oregon Star, who's covering up the favourite for Sado the fence. He's 3 back on the rail at the moment. 2 lengths to Rocky Sunrise and a length and a half to Mayshell. Facing the breeze into the back now as they go to the turn of the 1,200 metre mark, and Tyson's Isle 1.5 in front of Come to Water, 3/4 to a length. Third on the inside is Sir Hummer. 3/4 on the outside, the grey, then Mount Arthur, followed by Fasado. He's still locked up on the fence. 5th outside him, Oregon Star. 2 to Rocky Sunrise and 2 to Mayshell. As they head towards the 950 metre mark, and the leader Tyson's Isle just over a length in front of Come to Water. Sir Hummer is 3/4 away third. A length further back, Mount Arthur, still no change. Merton's about to try and get off the fence on Fasado. 5th outside at Oregon Star, back about a half length. although he's easing out on Fasado now. He's well off the fence. 2 lengths further back, Rocky Sunrise and Mayciel up inside it. Oregon Star took off around the outside. Come to Water got to Tyson's Isle. Half the outside, Mount Arthur. Oregon Star's gone up 4th from Sir Hummer. Fasado niggled that around at Rocky Sunrise. Fasado back to second last, and Mayciel got up on the inside. Come to Water hit the front of the 400-metre mark. A neck in front now from Mount Arthur. A length and a half Oregon Star, then Sir Hummer. Further back, Mayciel held up, and Fasado doing nothing from Rocky Sunrise. Mount Arthur raced up now to Come to Water. Here on the outside is Oregon Star, starting to come home well. She hasn't won for 31 months, but she's finishing off best today, Oregon Star. She takes the lead from Mount Arthur. Mayciel running home late, but Oregon Star scores 3/4 to either Mayciel or Mount Arthur. A gap to Come to Water, then Sir Hummer. No ping in the final zip there at all from Fasado. Disappointing from the 400 from Tyson's Isle and Rocky Sunrise.
3 Oregon Star, 7.70, 2.30. 2 Mayciel, $4.90 for third. 5 Mount Arthur at $2.
3 Oregon Star to pay $7.50 and $2.40. Number 2 Mayciel, $4.90, and 5 Mount Arthur, $1.90. 325 there they should be. Moonee Valley race number 2 on the program. Exhibition Park, they'll be called up there very shortly for race number 2, and that will be...
And the racing will tie the knot, jump sweetly. Away nicely was Zexabil. Nahayan is moving up from the outside alley. Asiata going with this horse on the outside of her at the moment, Nahayan. And who is going to lead as they race down towards the 100 metres? It's going to be Cooksley's Ride, Asiana, about a neck or so on Nahayan as they canter down to the judge. A length and a half Zexabil, 2 lengths to tie the knot, and a length and a half to Shaskay, a neck to Streak on the inside. Very slow the speed as they start the run to the turn out of the straight and heading to the crossing at the 2000. And Asiana, one of the New Zealand mares, shades another Kiwi mare, Nahayan, by 3/4 of a length at the 2000. Zexabil, another Kiwi, is third, and Tie the Knot is 1 out and 1 back 4th. A length further back is Shaskay, and ahead on his inside, Streak. 7 or 8 lengths would cover the small field as they work their way onto the side of the track, up the Allison Road side, past the 1800. And Asiana with Grand Cooksley well up on the irons, leads by a length and 3/4 on Nahayan. Similar margin in the 3rd position, racing Zexabil. Tie the Knot has settled beautifully 4th. He's only 4 lengths from the leader, and about 2 lengths behind him at the moment is Shaskay, who's the veteran in the field to date. And on Shaskay's inside, and just shading him momentarily, Streak. Into the back of the track they run now. They're heading to the 1400 metres, so they're heading along now towards the halfway marker. There's been very little change from the word go, and Asiana the leader, 3/4 to a length clear on Nahayan. Zexabil 3rd, and Tie the Knot is galloping along sweetly in 4th position, trying to improve his earnings this afternoon by $102,000 of first prize money to his impeccable already tally of $5,281,520. And as they go out of the back straight now, still no change in the order, with Asiana quickening up just marginally, 3/4 to a length on Nahayan, a length and a half to Zexabil, 3/4 to a length Tie the Knot, 1 1/2 to Shaskay, and Streak is last of all. 800 metres out in the St Ledger, and it's Asiana, has been the leader from the word go, still about 3 parts of a length on Nahayan, racing in the Sunline colours. On the inside is Zexabil, and Dyer's poised on Tie the Knot to pounce, and 2 lengths to Shaskay, the old fella sitting right on the back of Raymond Shane aboard Tie the Knot, and Raymond Shane had a sustained peep over the left side and a sustained peep over the right side, and here he comes. He has another peep to the right and to the left as though he's crossing a road, and another look to the left, and quickly Tie the Knot race clear. Shaskay's about to move up into second posse from Nahayan and Zexabil, but Tie the Knot in front, 120 to go. Shaskay's a length and a half behind him. Raymond Shane Dye shakes up Tie the Knot. Shaskay's making things interesting with Tie the Knot. He'll scramble in. Strike a light. Talk about give you heart failure. Tie the Knot has just beaten Shaskay. Zexabil's run 3rd, and Streak was 4th. Nahayan has run 5th, and 6th and last was Asiana. And where are the heart pills?
1 Tie the Knot, 130 and 120. 2 Shaskay, $2.40 off, and 4 Zexabil, no third.
Number 1, Tie the Knot, $1.20 on the win tote. Let's having a look at the replay here on the big screen. Shaskay really made him work over the concluding stages and has got within about a long head of him on the line. $1.20, $4. Number 2, $2.60. No third. Quinella, $3.70. Exacta, $3.80. Trifecta, $34.70. He had so many looks, Raymond Shane, from about the 500 I thought his head was going to fall off. But on the line, Stks, as I say, got within about a long head of him. Shane was basically just shaking him up. Whether he'd really got stuck into him from the 100, I think he was probably surprised, to be truthful, that Stks got as close as he has on the line. Anyway, if you're a Tie the Knot supporter, all systems are go now for what could well be a history-making third consecutive Sydney Cup win. Norm James watched the race with me, the racecourse manager. What did you think watching over the last 100 metres?
Yeah, it certainly was different. I'm not sure whether he was looking around everywhere to...
Stalls are back and they're off and running. Vigil flew the gate off number 2 down on the inside and beat them out. Bagpipes going forward, and Wendigo's going to get up on the inside and head off Vigil. Wendigo went through and led by 3/4 Vigil, a length and a half then to Bagpipes. 2 for the back, Mutajar, followed by Cool Prince outside it. 1.5 Samula last of all. Through the gap, and Wendigo a half in front of Vigil, who doesn't want to take it on. 2 lengths for the back, Bagpipes third as they go through the gap. 3 for the back, Cool Prince about 5 off the front up to 4th. Outside Mutajar, a length then Samula. It's Wendigo a half, Vigil, 2 for the back, Bagpipes at the 450 metre mark. They're 4 or 5 in front of Mutajar and Cool Prince, and 3 Samula. Vigil got up to Wendigo when they turn. A half, Bagpipes on the outside, who sat on the speed all the way. Turning now, Vigil took the lead. Bagpipes comes at him. They draw away from Wendigo. Bagpipes on the outside, gets up to Vigil. Bagpipes, he sat on the speed all the way, draws away. He's home now from Vigil and running on late, Cool Prince. But Bagpipes opens up and wins a length and a half. Vigil second. 2 away third. Mutajar came back to beat Cool Prince for third. Cool Prince fourth. Then a gap on the race, Wendigo. And Sir Miller, he's got too many tricks. He's last of all.
3 Bagpipes, 460, 230, 4 Vigil, 140, 7 Mutajar, no third dividend.
Now let's go back.
3 Bagpipes, 5 even and 220, 4 Vigil, 160 and 7 for third. There, Mutajar. And Mutajar should pay. Place return there of nil. In fact, no third dividend for number 7 Mutajar if it does get third. 3-4 in a photo officially at the moment. Open as Sydney race 4 on Super Tab. The
Racing this time, King Lotto, one of the best to bounce. Stanzag got out well, and so did Huge Jet. Up looking for the leaders. Last year's winner, Life of Riley, and Snippets, Lass and Schumann are not that far away. Followed closely then by Bradshaw, and then comes on the inside Masked Party. A length and a half further off in the field is Haunting Spirit, Verino wide out. Followed by Palladium Star, King of Acapulco, and a good margin off to Antiquity over on the inside. And then about 2.5, Verino losing its posse, and last of all is a Glacier, 600 to go now. And Life of Riley is the leader. Working up into second posse, Shin Can See. In third position, racing between the 2 leaders, Schumann, followed by Bradshaw, Stanzak, Snippets Less, King of Acapulco, and then comes Masked Party, Palladium Star, Haunting Spirit, and then Land Sighting. King of Acapulco going to the outside, and Verino and Antiquity head the others. He's trying to get a run on Palladium Star as King Lotto accelerates out in the centre, and King Lotto dashes to the lead in the hallmark. More than a length now, Snippets Last, Palladium Star seeing daylight, but King Lotto's pinch more than a length on Palladium Star coming quickly. It'll be too late, I reckon. Yep, King Lotto for the money. King Lotto beat Palladium Star, photo third, Huge Jet and Verino. From Snippets Last, Land Sighting, Antiquity, King of Acapulco, Haunting Spirit, Bradshaw, Stanzag, Glacier, Schumann, and then came the stablemates Life of Riley and Masked Party, and Shin Can See finished at the rear of the field. Number 14, King Lotto, wins the Hallmark Stakes, ridden by Darren Beedman. Number 14 on the New South Wales tote, $14.80 and $4.30. Number 17, Palladium Star, has run second, will pay $2.10. And the judge will probably have a look at the computer image to determine the third placing, which could well go to Verino on the outside, just shading Huge Jet. Yes, it has. Number 16 is third. So 14, 17 and 16 with a Quinella here at $40.70. Exacta $90.80. Trifecta, 1823.20.
14 King Lotto to return $13.90 and $4 even. 17 Palladium Star, $2 even, and 16 Verino,
A.P.
$8.50.
Gadis, P.A. Carlson and Mrs. B. Downs. A Bellotto from Bar Blur, a Bayer Brown gelding, a 4-year-old. And Brian's got him racing magnificently. He's never raced better than he has this campaign. In fact, from his last 6 runs, he's had 4 wins, a second and a third. Very honest horse indeed. Has run 1:11.34 on this slightly rain-affected track. Well, Palladium Star, just a bit short for him today, but King Lotto, he jumped well, and then he just got back a little bit, but then he accelerated to the lead over the rides, and he's held them at bay.
More from Ian shortly. 1 Shore Blue in Adelaide in the next, 8.20 and 3.10 in the update. 2 Mowgli, 13.440. 3 Shining Pass, 7.52.20. 4 As You Do.
To get going. Out the back early was Jose Velez, and one of the first out here, Cider in. Active Devotion pushing forward inside it now, settling down from Follow Gold. Piavonic 4th early from Lady Julie, 2 Trina. 3 further back, La Divina on the outside of it, 4 Survival, and 2 to Jose Velez. Well strung out at the 900-metre mark. Active Devotion kicked through just over a length and a quarter. Cider in, a length for the back, Lady Julie. 3/4 4th, Follow Gold, 2 to Piavonic. Running 5th with cover on the inside, 2 behind it, Trina. 2.5 La Divina outside at 4 Survival, and 2 to Jose Velez at the 600-metre mark down the side, and the leader Active Devotion, a half Cider in. Follow Gold, the first one out, 3 deep. Lady Julie back on the inside of Piavonic. He's only 2 lengths off them in the middle of the fave. A length the outside, Trina, a length and a half for Survival. La Divina and Jose Velez, but they bunch, and it's Cider in going up to Active Devotion and Follow Gold. Piavonic's going very easily, but badly needs a run. Out wide at Trina's quickly whipped around them, and so has 4 Survival. In the straight out wide, Trina took the lead from 4 Survival. The run now comes for Piavonic. Trina grabbed by 4 Survival, and then Piavonic. 4 Survival took the lead from Trina and Piavonic, and 4 Survival. 3/4 Trina, a length away, 3rd Piavonic. Had its chance in the straight, a gap to La Divina, Jose Velez. Then Follow Gold, the gap Cider in, Active Devotion, and Lady Julie.
4 Survival, 7.50, 2.30, 1 Trina, 2.90, 2 Piavonic, 1.50.
And back to Wayne Harris.
Okay, number 4 Survival to pay 7.20, 1.90. 1 Trina, 3.40. 2 Piavonic, $1.50. More to come from Melbourne after race number 4 on the program there today. This is Saturday afternoon racing, the Good Sports, Triple SFM. Tote dividends.
Racing in the Sires reenact. Dwelt missed it a couple of lengths. Belle de Jour came out sweetly this afternoon, but it's going to be Surfboard just leading from Assertive Lad as they travel down to the 1200. A length the Sparks on the outside of Belle de Jour. 2 lengths further off is Preserve, and 3 lengths to reenact. They race onto the course proper here, and the leader is Surfboard. Out by a length and 3/4 now on Assertive Lad, and neck to Belle de Jour on the inside of the favourite, and a couple of lengths to Sparks. Similar margin Preserve, and just over 1 to reenact. This is the order working to the side over the crossing at the 850, and Surfboard is the leader. A length and 3/4 still on Assertive Lad as the speed slows. 3rd is Belle de Jour, followed at her quarters on the outside by Sparks. 1 length Preserve and 3/4 to reenact. They're starting to really walk, coming along past the 600 marker, and Surfboard from Assertive Lad. Belle de Jour the inside. Sparks around Preserve, and still reenact is last, and this has been the order from pretty well the start as they swing for home now. And Surfboard in front, hanging badly. Belle de Jour got right up on the inside, and Assertive Lad called upon now. It's the gelding Assertive Lad, about a neck in front from the filly Belle de Jour. Len Beasley first to go for the whip on Belle de Jour, but she is not giving in without a kick. Assertive Lad the outside, a neck in front of Belle de Jour, and then comes Reenact warming up on the outside, but Assertive Lad is the leader. Reenact is coming home quickly. Assertive Lad is tiring. He'll hang on. Yep, he's just won it. Assertive Lad from Reenact, 3rd to Surfboard from Preserve, Sparks and Belle de Jour. Stand by for the result in the Sires Produce Stakes. Assertive Lad, ridden by Shane Dye.
1 Assertive Lad on Super Tab, 2.40, 1.40.
And from where we stand, it looked like Assertive Lad, but the outside horses made it late, but too late. And number 1 is the winner, Assertive Lad. ridden by Shane Dye, has paid $2 and $1.40. Number 4, Reenact. Really a great run, and he'll be, of course, a force to be reckoned with in the Champagne Stakes. $2.90. And number 5, Surfboard, ran a very good race after leading and battling on, no third tote.
One Assertive Lad, 240, 140, 4 Reenact, $3 even, and 5 Surfboard, no third dividend as we go back to Ian.
Splendor margin in it on the line. Assertive Lad, trained by Gay Waterhouse for her mum, Val, herself, and Yvonne Smith, by Zeditive from Somme Sound, a 2-year-old chestnut gelding, and coming out this afternoon and winning narrowly by a head with 2 lengths between second and third. A slowly run sires today at 125.64. The first 635.95, the last 637.79. The fourth went to number 7. Shane Dye's got a great record in the sires. He won it firstly in 1990 on Rhythmic Charm, then he won on Burst, Terse, and then Burst. He won it on Merlin, he won it on Encounter, and here's Shane winning it this afternoon on Assertive Lad, avenging particularly over horses like Belle de Jour his defeat in the Golden Slipper Stakes. Here he comes, Assertive Lad, with Shane Dye aboard after a memorable win in the sires. Yes, well, Belle de Jour, she had a chance. She travelled on the fence behind the pace, and Surfboard hung on the corner. She went right through, and after a short, sharp tussle, that was the end of her. Whether the 1400 took its toll on her, I don't know, or maybe it was the very hard run in the Golden Slipper Stakes, but it was not the Belle de Jour today that we saw that freakish performance, and I think that just sums it up in one word, freakish, in the Golden Slipper Stakes. Look, I take nothing from Belle de Jour, absolutely nothing. I say it again, you run the Golden Slipper 10 times and you come up with probably another 6 different results.
Balked to the start, and he missed it about 2 or 3 lengths and dropped out to a clear last. First out here on the outside, Like a Trojan, Built Him is going forward. With those as all go from on the outside, Alpha Warrior, and now is the hour starting to push up in the middle. Sorting themselves out now, Like a Trojan, now is the hour from Built Him. A length Premiership Lass and Alpha Warrior inclined to pull on the outside 5th. 2 further back than Mountain High, Kalina Raffin Deep, Planet Hollywood the inside, a length and a half, Navajo Flash, 2 to Kamazam, 1 further back Staking, followed by Century Lane, getting well back out of its ground now, coming down the side, all going. Last of all is Thundercut Newman. The leader here is quite clear now, Like a Trojan, going forward to go out about 3 or 4 lengths in front from Built Him, and moving up on the outside, Kalina Raffin. Now is the hour back in the middle. Kalina Raffin is now going up second. Third, Built Him. Fourth, now is the hour. 2 further back, Premiership Lass. Alpha Warrior 6th, the outside. 3 further back, then Planet Hollywood. Outside it then came Mountain High. 1 then to Navajo Flash. Kamazam further back Staking. A gap in the race, Century Lane, with all go, and last of all, Thunderclap Newman. In the straight, they race now with about 1900 to go down to the winning post, and it's Like a Trojan 3/4 to a length in front of Kalina Raffin. 2.5 now is the hour on the inside of it, Built Him. 2 lengths further back, 5th on the outside, Alpha Warrior from Premiership Lass. 2 then to Mountain High. On the inside is Planet Hollywood, a couple of lengths, Kamazam, covered up by Navajo Flash. 2 to Staking, 1 all go. 3/4 Century Lane, 1 to Thunderclap Newman. They've gone to the 1600 metre mark, going down the side, and the leader Like a Trojan 3/4 in front of Kalina Raffin. 2 to now as the hour is now caught out a little wide. Built Him back in the middle. Premiership Lass back on the inside, 5th.